Hi, I'm Kevin, and today I'm going to reveal everything behind the scenes of how I'm building a billion-dollar tech company. But we need to take a few steps back and figure out how I got here. A few years ago, I was sitting in a car reading a business book, and I was bit by the business bug. I knew someday, while I was working my 9-to-5, I wanted to escape that and become my own boss and build my own business and do something. But I didn't know what that something was. A few years later, I decided to start a little side hustle, a candle company actually. And the pandemic hit, and I decided to change the candle company into a candle making education company because I learned so much, but I couldn't go to any craft fairs. Everything was shut down and selling just didn't seem that interesting anymore. So I transformed this candle making idea into a blog. And over time, it evolved, became pretty popular, still is popular, and it started making me a little money. But it wasn't satisfying this urge, this itch that I had to build something bigger and solve some bigger problem. I didn't want to just build a business around a solution. I wanted to find a problem. And one of the problems that I've struggled with in my professional career was it's hard sometimes to strategically collaborate on meaningful work. And I talked about this problem pretty extensively in this video. Go check it out if you want to learn more about it. But that was step one. That first phase of this business was defining the problem. After defining this problem, I'm still at my 9-to-5. I had to figure out how am I going to solve it? Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to build a tech company. I'm going to build the tools that leaders, businesses, and teams need to strategize, plan, and work with clarity and full alignment. I want to make it so easy for teams that have different preferences and all that to work together. And I'm going to build the tools to do that. That's what I want to do. So I'm still at my 9-to-5. I have this idea of like how I want to solve this problem. So I start writing code. And this is while I'm doing the candle company. This is while I'm working my 9-to-5. I'm waking up early in the morning and I'm staying up late at night to work on building this out. I get to a point where I know that there's an idea here. I know there's possibly a lot of traction here. People I trust are telling me, seems like it makes sense to me. And I have to figure out how am I going to get out of my 9-to-5. I have this awesome corporate job. I worked with amazing people. It was just time for me to fly, time for me to get out of the nest and go do my own thing. And the biggest constraint is capital, money. That's where the candle company actually came back around to support me in this endeavor, right? Because while it was printing money, it was kind of growing this new asset class for us that allowed me to run some numbers, figure out what the timing was, and leave my 9-to-5 funding everything with the revenue from the candle company. With the money secure and the planning done, in March of 2022, I left my job to build Tetheros full-time. On my own healthcare, we're living off the reserves of the candle company, and I'm working on building what I'm calling the minimum viable product. What is the earliest version of this solution that I can build to give the idea to people who maybe want to use it, what they want to do. So I'm writing code and I'm kind of maturing this code base into something a little more usable. And then I hit a wall. I hit a wall about 2 months ago. I decided, well, that's cool and all. I could build the greatest thing ever, but if no one's using it, then I'm just going to end up back at my job because I'm going to run out of money and I won't have any customers and I won't be making any money. So I entered the marketing phase. The marketing phase involved me identifying a potential market segment, figuring out what I know about that and how I can help them solve that problem specifically, and then gearing and guiding my product development to suit those needs as best as possible so that I can build a very small slice of customers to help me guide the overall development and direction of Tetheros. Today is August 2022. I'm in the marketing phase right now. My goal to get out of this phase is to get 100 people using Tetheros. I want to get their feedback so that I can steer the next set of features and ideas to help solve this problem and open up the paid version of Tetheros. Now, the free version is freaking awesome. There's a ton that goes on to that. But for teams of teams, the paid version is where I'll start to make my first revenue. And that first revenue will allow me to start building up a team and start to make Tetheros more of a force in the market. So everything about Tetheros today is bootstrapped. And I'm not seeking investment. I don't want to get there, not until I've at least proven that this product makes sense and that there's a fit in the market and that there are people and teams that are really struggling with this and that this is a good solution for that, which I firmly believe it will be, but I have to prove it before we go anywhere else. Brick by brick, we will build Tetheros into a $1 billion company in the next 5 to 10 years to take on anyone else in the collaboration space, because I believe that we are solving this problem more effectively than anybody has ever solved it before. If you're interested in trying it out and give me some feedback, I would love that. Check out the link in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for spending time with me watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.